Hello kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. I picked up 3 units last night. Scrapper that delivers dropped off 3 after dark. So I paid $70 for all of them. This first one here is a Toro, a 2013 model year. So he grabbed the Toro and then this Troy-Bilt, which is a 2015 off the trailer first. He said they both run. I have a different opinion on what run means versus what starts, so we'll discuss that in a minute. So we did a deal on those two, and then he had this on the bed of the truck. This Poulan Pro is a 2009, and it's a turd. We'll discuss that last. So he said this Toro runs. He brought this one out first. So let's look it over, and then I'll discuss how I priced the Troy-Bilt and the Toro. Let's look at the filter on this 2013 first. It's got a foam filter, which you usually see in a 2-cycle, not so much in this 4-cycle stuff. So it's very, very dirty. Usually it's a paper cartridge. It's kind of unusual. I had already checked the oil in this. It's got oil, so let's go ahead and start it, see if it starts a day later. Self-propelled works. I think it just needs to be cleaned up. So this was a good one. I see a lot of debris here under the front wheel drive cover. Let's turn this one over real quick. Yeah, I gotta get down here, remove some stuff. There's a lot of buildup here under the plastic front wheel drive cover. I gotta remove all that. It's probably hindering the belt. And then down here on the front wheel drive, there's some vines I gotta remove. Blade's dull, needs a sharpening, so this is just going to be remove debris, sharpen the blade, oil look good. So this one I won't spend a lot of time on. Mechanically it looks fine. So I got something coming in the mail I'm going to do a video on. These filter covers are obsolete for these Kohlers. The ones with the single tab at the top. They don't make these anymore. You can't buy them. They're hard to find used. So I get a lot of these Kohlers without the covers. People bang into them with some brush, or these tabs here aren't very strong and they just fall off and get lost. So there's a replacement cover and backing plate that they have on the market. I'll do a video on that, how to replace it with the upgraded, different style box and cover. So I'll do that when those come in. I ordered 3 or 4 of them just because I get a ton of these Kohlers missing the covers, and I can't sell a unit without a filter and cover. So he said this Troy-Bilt ran the 2015, but his opinion on running versus starts is different. It would start but stall. That's not a running machine. Filter's not bad. Let me turn the fuel valve on, and then we'll listen to it. He said the recoil is not retracting. You see all the oil up there. We had a ton of rain overnight. He poured a bunch of oil on there, so I'll have to clean that up, but it did loosen up the recoil. It does retract. Okay, a day later, it's not starting. So this is dead in the water. It's got fuel. I don't know why it's not starting. But we just motivated it. So it starts, but does not run on the 2015 Troy-Bilt, so we know what we got to do. We got bad gas, needs a carb clean most likely. So this isn't a bad looking unit. At the very end of that run, I pulled up on the front wheel drive propulsion lever, and the front wheel drive did engage. So we got a working transmission on the Troy-Bilt. So we did a deal on the 2 front wheel drive machines here. I priced the Toro at $40 and $20 for the Troy-Bilt since it didn't start, so $60. So I told him $40 and $20. And so he kind of looked at the machines and said, well, I was thinking $30 and $30. And so I said, oh, wait, the bottom line, we're both at $60. I think he was hung up on the way I priced them, but it doesn't matter. We both reached the $60 price. So we both had the same idea. He was just hung up on the way I priced it, $40 and $20. He was $30 and $30. So anyway, we got past that part. Then he had this on the bed of the truck, this 2009. He said, oh, it's all apart. Do you still want it? I looked at the wheels and the deck and thought I could do something with it. So we'll discuss this 2009 next. So this is all attached. So upon further inspection, you see the single hole here is all wallowed out, so this thing's been rocking back and forth to hollow that hole out. I'll show you what it should look like. Same thing with the side bolt. This is held on with 3 bolts. This thing here is all wallowed out, and this one's enlarged too, but it's still intact. So missing the carburetor. This is the plastic pulsar jet with the metal tank. It does have compression, no safety brake cable or bar, that's missing. So here's one off a dead machine. This is the size of the hole that it should be. It's a 3-holer on these pulsar jets. You can see here on the side what it should look like. Here's a recoil, metal recoil off a Quantum or an Intech engine. It's got the ID plate here on the side, and this is a 4-holer, 2 in the front. This will bolt to the front of the engine where the plug is, just like this. And then there's 2 here horizontally, which go in the back behind the wraparound gas tank on the Quantum. So you got 4 hold downs on the Quantum Intech style, 3 on the pulses. So this is locked up. I'm going to try to break the rust out of this and use this recoil on the Poulan Pro, the 2009. Try to get this running. I have a bunch of spare pulsar carburetors and a few extra tanks to get this thing back in shape. So it is the turd. Let's turn this thing over. I don't designate it turd worthy for no reason. You ever see a stump trying to cut grass? This is a stump. What do you think? I think they hit something. What do you suggest it was? This is just sheared off or knocked off on that one. So I think it needs a new blade, wouldn't you say? So somebody's used the living shit out of this Poulan Pro and pretty much destroyed everything. Blade, recoil, this thing was running to the ground like nobody's business. Hence, turd of the day. Hold on. And he threw in all this jazz for free. Just some Quantum parts in a bag. So there you go, 70 for everything. I see a lot of potential in 2 out of the 3. I'll have to spend time on that one. This one I'm going to go to town on right now and do some cleanup, take some pictures. Put a paper cartridge air filter in this and sharpen the blade and advertise. You guys have a good day. Thanks for coming out.